Welcome to the next session. In the last lecture, we tried to elaborate what is the significance of a sinusoidal waveform and why it is special. So, in general, I hope that a sufficient background is created, so everybody of you must have understood why it's so special about sinusoid. No signal in the world, especially when we talk of real-time signals, is of sinusoidal nature except few some regular phenomena occurring, and as regards to speech signal, there is nothing like sinusoid. In that situation then, what the concept of the statement that the speech signals are up to 20 kilohertz or human being can listen up to 20 kilohertz. What does it mean? What is the concept of audio signals in the range of 20 kilohertz? That means that when we talk of any system which receives some input signal and some output signal, input signal can be xt, output signal can be yt, where xt is pressure wave for our ears and yt is the electric signal which leaves the ears and reaches brain. So in that scenario, this yt is weighted continuous sum of xt over the past period. Then the manner in which the weights are there, these are of such nature, either this or this or this, depending upon the maximum value and the manner in which it decays exponentially. What happens is that when a sinusoid is applied, output is always a sinusoid of the same frequency. Therefore, for a sinusoid wave only we can talk about, means if input is cos omega t, then output is a omega cos omega t plus phi omega, where output is scaled and phase shifted version of input. And but instead of describing this ht, instead means last time we have told that k e raised to lambda t, normally minus k, because if it is plus then it would be something odd type of system, unstable. Right now we don't go into those details. So instead of describing the system, can be described by two terms k and lambda. System can be described by two terms k and lambda, where ht, which is equal to e raised to minus lambda t, is called as transfer function. But this description is not properly understood. Instead of that, this is better understood, where a omega and phi omega, and normally for any practical system, different types of system than what I am describing are needed to be specifically designed. But every physical system in the world is always a smoothing device or low pass filter, where a omega drops as frequency increases and phase is also there, from 0 it reaches to 90 as frequency increases. And the manner, this is the maximum value at DC state. There is some fixed gain that we can call as k or anything, let us say k, and then the manner in which it falls, how it falls, this way, and if we cascade multiple systems, then it may fall more rapidly. So the manner in which the gain, so what is the concept of gain? When a cosine omega t is applied of magnitude 1, we get same cosine omega t plus some phase shift and some amplitude. Since this cos and omega t are common, so most of you who might have performed some experiment for RC coupled amplifier might have found for in any amplifier, say what it may be, that when I apply input a sinusoid like this, I obtain an output which is sinusoid of same frequency, somewhat like this, where this is the amplitude if this is 1, this is something, and frequency is same, and this is phase shift. This is phase shift. Since the shape is remaining same, it is possible to compare these two waveforms just by two numbers, that is amplitude gain and phase shift. If I apply any other waveform than sine wave, say square wave, triangular wave, then input and output shapes would be completely different, and it will not be possible for you to describe mathematically the manner in which output is described, expressed in terms of inputs. Therefore, this is the peculiarity of this sine wave. So for any system which is linear time invariant, or forget about those classical terms, any practical system in the world can be best described by describing its response to sinusoidal input, because shape remains same and the concept of frequency response is applicable. Now, therefore, this is the reason why sinusoid has gained an importance. Sinusoid is considered to be analytical function, means it can be infinitely differentiated and integrated, and always it remains continuous. All derivatives of sine are continuous. The same is not the case with square, same is not the case with triangular. Then, therefore, the concept of the logic with which Fourier started thinking was to, now there are two types of signals. First is a repetitive or periodic signal. Okay, prior to that I will come to this one. Then what is meaning of audio signals, because that is to be answered, we started from that, in the range of 20 kilohertz, means the human ear frequency response. Human ear frequency response is like this, where this is somewhat, then again half power point, the frequency at which the gain is 0.707 is called as bandwidth. It is not strictly 20 kilohertz. Suppose if you can perform an experiment of generating a pure sine wave and making you to listen and increase the frequency, then it is not that you listen everything at 19 and you listen nothing at 21. It is not so. What happens is that since every system in the world, to which ear is not an exception, is possessing an inertia, is smoothing device, the changes when take place rapidly, cannot be tracked appropriately because of the weighted continuous average nullifies the effect. The out gain reduces. So what is this reflection? This is a reflection of a particular type of frequency response of a particular type of transfer function of human ear. So this is the transfer function of human ear. We do not speak sinusoidally. We do not speak sinusoidally. Then what is the significance of a good audio signal is in the range of 20 kilohertz? Now listen. Listen very carefully. Suppose if I design a low pass filter using RC, I apply speech signal at input and this I give to speaker. Then, now my question is, I do not speak sinusoidally. Listen very carefully. This is about human ear. But what about audio signal? I do not speak sinusoidally. Still, what is the significance of audio signals are in the range of 20 kilohertz? If whatever I am speaking is converted into electrical signal by using a mic, amplified suitably, and before giving to speaker, it is passed through a low pass filter. Then, if it is passed through a low pass filter having a frequency of 20 kilohertz, having a frequency upper cutoff frequency of 20 kilohertz, and if it is connected to a speaker, the human audio signals, the changes which are taking place in human audio signals are of such type which when passed through a filter which is having a frequency response like this or transfer function like this, do get smoothened to such an extent that they can still be understood. मराठीत सांगतो. मी सिनुसॉइडली बोलत नाही. मी जे बोलतो ते माइक मधून इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल मध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं, सफिशियंटली एम्प्लिफाय केलं आणि डायरेक्ट स्पीकरला दिलं. This is most important part in any electronics engineering system when it comes to audio signals. I speak, this is mic, this is mic, this is amplifier. We assume that is a good amplifier, otherwise amplifier is also a filter. No amplifier can be ideal. But right now, when we are discussing something, we presume all other things are ideal, even though they are not. And this is speaker. I am speaking in one room. Amplifier is now the concept of room, classroom, and all that are becoming irrelevant because of online sessions. But I am speaking in one room. This is the speaker. This is the listener. Speaker and listener are at sufficiently large distance that they are unable to directly, means the listener is unable to directly listen the speech of the speaker. So speaker talks through mic, it gets converted to amplifier, it goes to the listener through the speaker. So this is conventional thing. Now, if I introduce another device, before the signal is given to the speaker, I put a low pass filter. When I put a low pass filter, and low pass filter is simple RC filter, and I can change the frequency of RC filter. I can change the cutoff frequency of this RC filter. In that situation, right now it is not possible for you to conduct the experiment. In fact, if it is required, you can perform it on computer, but for that you need to use a digital filter. We can explain it in some tutorial session. So, if actual experiment is performed, then if this is a low pass filter, if this upper cutoff frequency of this low pass filter is kept 100 kilohertz, means if this low pass filter is not there, we say that there is no filtering. Whatever is I am talking, same is converted into electrical signal, same is converted into audio signal back. So listener is listening what I am talking. This amplifier is assumed to be ideal. Now a filter is put. If the filter is put means what? The filter is going to have a smoothing effect. This filter will average out the speech signal. Then if the upper cutoff frequency of this low pass filter is kept, say 500 kilohertz, there was no filter. Whatever I was listening, I was talking, students were listening. If they listen, if some recorded speech is there, it is passed directly, they listen something. If the same thing is passed to a low pass filter of upper cutoff frequency 100 kilohertz, still they find that no change. Then if we go on reducing the upper cutoff frequency of the low pass filter from 100 kilohertz, 50 kilohertz, 20 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz and so on, then I will find that around 4 kilohertz. See, audio signal is, suppose if I am now, we can see various effects. Suppose if I am a singer and the person is listening, then if I reduce frequency around 20 kilohertz and below, then the listener will find that the song is not being heard properly. Some kind of the typical tones are not being listened. But if it is conventional speech like a lecture where I am uttering words and the concept of song is different, it is expected to create some musical effect. Whereas when it is a top, only words are to be interpreted. Then we will find that when frequency falls below 20 kilohertz, then song is not liked properly, but still if it is speech, I can understand the words. That will continue up to 4K. But when I reduce it further, then I will find that I am unable to understand words so appropriately. Some confusion is there. Means, what is the concept of the statement that the audio signals are in the range of 20 kilohertz, or even the speech only we consider? Audio, speech is a subset of audio. Music is audio but not speech. If you talk of speech, is up to 4 kilohertz only. So what does it mean? That whenever I am talking, the changes in the input signal are such that if these are passed through a device which is having this much transfer function, still they will be reconstructed appropriately. मराठीत सांगतो मी बोलतोय म्हणजे प्रेशर सिग्नलचे चेंजेस होत आहेत, प्रेशर सिग्नलचे चेंजेस आहेत म्हणून तुम्हाला काहीतरी कळतंय. प्रेशर सिग्नलचे चेंजेस काही ठराविक प्रकारे होत आहेत. तर स्पीच सिग्नल हा ऑडिओ 20 किलोहर्ट्झ आहे, स्पीच 4 किलोहर्ट्झ आहे. म्हणजे काय, 4 किलोहर्ट्झ चा स्पीच सिग्नल आहे. म्हणजे 4 किलोहर्ट्झ ला साधारणतः निम्मा होणाऱ्या गेनच्या फिल्टरचा ट्रान्सफर फंक्शन असा आहे की जो अशा प्रकारे स्मूथनिंग करतो, ते केलं तरी देखील मी जे बोलतोय त्यातले चेंजेस हे बऱ्यापैकी तुम्हाला कळण्या इतक्या पद्धतीनं प्रोड्यूस होतात. मराठीत पुन्हा परत सांगायला लागतं, इतकं ते कॉम्प्लेक्स आहे. 4 किलोहर्ट्झ ऑडिओ स्पीच सिग्नल 4 किलोहर्ट्झ आहे म्हणजे काय, तर मी बोलत असताना जे प्रेशर सिग्नल मध्ये चेंजेस होत आहेत ते चेंजेस अशा स्वरूपाचे आहेत की जर ते चेंजेस अशा एका फिल्टर मधून की ज्या फिल्टरची अप्पर कट ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सी 4 किलोहर्ट्झ आहे, म्हणजे अशा स्वरूपाचा फिल्टर की ज्याचा HT हा असा आहे की जो 4 किलोहर्ट्झला सिनुसॉइडल वेव्हफॉर्म दिली तर त्याचा गेन 0.707 होतो. अशा प्रकारच्या ट्रान्सफर फंक्शनच्या फिल्टर मधून पाठवले तरी देखील जे स्मूथनिंग होईल ते स्मूथनिंग हे माझ्या सिग्नल प्रेशर सिग्नल मधले चेंजेस आहेत ते तथापि अजून देखील तुम्हाला कळतील. त्याच्या पलीकडे स्मूथनिंग केलं तर ते कळणार नाही. तर प्रेशर सिग्नल हे कुठल्या प्रकारच्या स्मूथनिंग पर्यंत कळण्या इतपत बाहेर येऊ शकतात तो फिल्टर म्हणजे हा फिल्टर. आणि त्याची अप्पर कट ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सी 4 किलोहर्ट्झ असेल तर तरी देखील शब्द कळतात. त्यापेक्षा कमी 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 करत गेलं तर कळत नाहीत. मग हा एक दिस कॅन ऑल्सो बी वन ऑफ द AI टेक्निक्स. मग आता कळत नाही म्हणजे काहीच कळत नाही असं होतं का? असं होत नाही. ह्युमन ब्रेन सिस्टीम इज कॉन्टेक्स्ट सेन्सिटिव्ह. म्हणजे दोन शब्द मी जे शब्द बोलतो तेव्हा पहिला शब्द, दुसरा शब्द, तिसरा शब्द ऐकला, चौथा नीट कळला नाही तरी पाचवा ऐकल्यावर चौथा काय ते कळतं. सो इट इज पॉसिबल टू हॅव ए टेस्ट that by reducing the upper cutoff frequency of this low pass filter, the distortions which are taking place in the speech signal are they of the nature which still can be interpreted by human brain by using the intelligence, or whether the same can be interpreted just like now there is speech to text converter, you must have listened. Then a good AI based experiment can be conducted to construct a speech to text converter by reducing the upper cutoff frequency of the filter put in between. So listen very carefully that even though no signal in the world of sinusoid, the analysis of the all physical systems in the world is made based on sinusoids because that is the perfect way of analysis. That is the perfect way of analysis, and that analysis is very much useful in describing the system. Then what was an attempt was made few centuries back by Fourier. So a concept is a periodic signal just like a square wave or a triangular wave. Square or a triangular wave. Then so because of now what the question is, what will happen if these waveforms are given to a physical system? Say for example a voltmeter, which is moving coil voltmeter. If square wave is given, what will happen? It should instantly be here, be here, be here, be here, but that doesn't happen. Same case with triangular wave. Then if so, what is the, as very clearly told that the output is input xt, output yt. It is convolution. Yt is convolution of ht and xt. Convolution is, I again repeat every time, convolution is weighted continuous sum over the past. Now, if input is sinusoid, output is sinusoid of different amplitude and different phase, then if it is, now what will happen if I apply a square wave? What happens if I apply a triangular wave? Then that was the question before Fourier, and somehow I don't know now, since because of bombardment of information technology, everything is known to us, and as everything is known to us, you miss out the pleasure of deriving it. But there is no need to be so much saddened. I will give scope to you that if you derive something when you don't know, your contribution is equal to original, just like Edison and Swan independently inventing the incandescent lamp. So Fourier thought that he took a very, that time all these computers and all that was not there. See the contribution of Fourier, and I would give you one task. I think, I don't know whether in the last semester I told you or not. In not this subject, in general electronics engineering, this I am giving it to you, that all of you, I will put it on the group also. Now you can take a printout if possible for you at your place. The math, I am repeating, the mathematical theory of communication is a paper by C.E. Shannon. In some subject you must have done this theorem, and he wrote it in 1946. This is a 50, I will put it on the group so that you can take printout of this PDF. It's a 55-page paper. All of you should take a printout, that even by keeping the things of save tree and save paper aside, all of you should take a printout of this 55-page paper and start reading. Every day you can read one page, and 55 days again you can read, so that when you graduate, everybody of you must have a thorough understanding of this paper, the mathematical theory of communication. Remember, he has thought about it in 1946 when advanced tools were not there. When we need to salute his what we can say analytical abilities. This is something which is said to be a Bible of communication, electronics engineering in general. Because in fact I should have told it earlier, but I don't know whether I told it, but I will put it on the group. So just this idea was clicked because I was commenting on the ability of Fourier. So Fourier in few centuries back was thinking about a square wave. That time see, now everything you can go on Google and computer, but that time a pendulum or a piston, that movement, some kind of graph, that idea was there. So this is square wave and this is sine wave. Then somehow you can search whether the Fourier has written his autobiography or not. If he has written, then I have not gone through, I am not knowing also, but let us think over it. How Fourier might have got this theme. For you to learn Fourier analysis, Fourier series, Fourier transform is difficult. Just imagine how he has thought about it, what might have prompted him. So he was thinking that, is it possible for me to construct square wave by adding multiple sine waves? So his idea was, can I can I construct a square wave by adding multiple sine waves? Dear friends, this is something which we also start thinking like Fourier. And since the entire classical material of this subject is already uploaded on the group of Professor Gadre, and you are also expected to go through those lectures and put your notes in the Google Classroom as part of IAC, I get the sufficient time for elaborating this interactive manner discussion wherein I am trying to address some issues which few of you may think that are very preliminary, but for majority these are fundamental issues. Therefore, instead of repeating the classical talk of Professor Gadre, there is no point. So that background is created. So what is expected in a flipped classroom concept? Students come to the class by reading the material earlier. Since you must have, you must have gone through all the lectures, there are some gaps between what he has told and what he has understood. And bridging those gaps is the purpose of our sessions. So, what I am trying to do, the pandemic difficulty, I am trying to convert it into an opportunity. Pandemic difficulty, I am trying to convert it into an opportunity where we can, lectures are made available to you and I am explaining the gaps. So can I construct a square wave by adding multiple sine waves? See, those days, now you can do it by writing a MATLAB program where you can have that will be an assignment to you as a tutorial and you are supposed to submit. You can simply go on adding a program and you can check. But those days it was not so easy to draw it on paper, add them, and what would be their addition to be plotted. It was not so easy. So that intelligence is very important. So sometimes lack of advanced tools gives rise to what we can say development of inherent faculties of mind or brain of an individual. हा प्रश्न मुकेश अंबानींना विचारला होता की तुम्ही पाढे काय काही मूर्खपणा नाही का तो म्हणजे टेबल्स. तर त्यांनी फार चांगलं उत्तर दिलं होतं की माझ्यातल्या ॲबिलिटीज ज्या आहेत त्या डेव्हलप होण्याकरता त्याचं महत्त्व आहे. आजचा उपयोग असेल वा नसेल. सो सिमिलरली यू शुड ऑल्सो ट्राय टू visualize of the things. Just remember, a contemporary of Shannon was von Neumann. You also read, I don't know whether you know the architecture. Von Neumann, who was a mathematician, and this von Neumann has predicted of a microprocessor architecture again in 1948, where he has said that there would be a central processing unit which, with the help of address bus, data bus and control bus, will be able to access program and data stored in the memory. It is that time when even transistor was not invented. So the computer engineer must be able to compute using pen and paper and brain and not on computer. A computer engineer means the personal computer is not a necessary thing to be a computer engineer. You should think with your mind. So your intellectual plane must be far superior than the computer screen. Only thing is that you must develop your inherent abilities to plot something and visualize the same. That is what we are talking about, the Fourier. So he started thinking. Then what is the way with which we should think? Then suppose if we take a square wave of 1 hertz, that is 0.5 seconds on and 0.5 seconds off, 1 hertz, and I take sine 1 hertz means sine 2 pi ft, where sine 2 pi ft, when it is 1 hertz, it is sine 2 pi t, as this f is 1. So, and this amplitude is 1. This amplitude also 1. Now, I clearly see that I want this and I have this. So I have to add something in this side, this side. So how do I go adding? Then how exactly the thinking process of Fourier was is a very interesting thing. So you can take a pause, think on your own how you will add the sine waves in what way so that you can achieve square wave, and how exactly you will find out the things. You can take a pause, find out your own, after which listen to my talk and try to match your thinking with what I am saying. So, somehow Fourier thought. Few of you must have also thought. So what I will do? So in general, there is no need for me to take only this frequency of 1 hertz. That is not important. In general, what he said, what he thought is sine omega t 2 pi f. So omega equal to 2 pi is a special case. In that, sine 2 omega t plus, not direct. So what we decided that somehow a fixed constant C0, or not C1, sine omega t plus C2, or I will use word k because c is required later on, k1 sine omega t, or k1, or I will write k1 sine 1 omega t, k2 sine k2 sine 2 omega t plus k3 sine 3 omega t plus k4 sine 4 omega t plus k5 sine 5 omega t, and this is endless. This is endless. You can add. This is now countable infinity. Means the natural numbers are, you can count 1, 2, 3, but those are infinite, whereas real numbers are uncountable infinite. Natural numbers are countable infinite, real numbers are uncountable infinite. So this sine omega t, that is the first component, is called as fundamental. Is called as fundamental. That is, the period of this is equal to period of this square wave, and all these are its harmonics. components. Then the question is, the question which Fourier thought, is it possible that by having certain range of k1, k2, k3, k4, k5 and so on till infinity. See now it is, it's the power of mathematics. Infinite things you cannot actually take, but if you can find a formula, infinite values randomly you can't write. Means suppose if somebody tells you to write infinite random numbers, then your life will be exhausted in that. Anything can. But you can have suppose if a formula is there, say 1 upon n is one of the great formula. 1 half, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/7, 1/6, 1/6 and so on. So you can express the amplitude of a particular component by formula, and then by series addition you can add infinite series by a formula. Even if there are infinite numbers, but there is some formula which governs these numbers, then you can complete the addition without actually doing addition. Because actually you can't do. It is infinite. For example, त्याच्यामध्ये कार्तिक स्वामी आणि गणपतीची स्टोरी अशी आहे की पृथ्वी प्रदक्षिणा घालायला सांगतात. कार्तिक स्वामी पृथ्वी प्रदक्षिणा घालायला जातात, ॲक्च्युअली ती पूर्णच होऊ शकत नाही, आणि गणपती मात्र आई वडिलांना प्रदक्षिणा घालतात आणि आई वडील हे पृथ्वी समान आहेत म्हणून ते प्रदक्षिणा पूर्ण होते. सो गणपतीनं आई वडिलांना प्रदक्षिणा घालून जी पृथ्वी प्रदक्षिणा पूर्ण केली आहे, त्याचाच अर्थ असा की इन्फायनाईट सम जी आहे ती कॅल्क्युलेट होऊ करता येत नाही. ती ॲडिशन न, म्हणजे फॉर्म्युला टाकून ॲडिशन न करता ॲडिशन केली असती तर काय रिझल्ट येईल हे काढता येतं. दॅट इज दी फॉर्म्युलेशन ऑफ डीलिंग विथ इन्फायनाईट थिंग्स which are governed by some rule. If infinite things are random, then nothing is possible. So then it was Fourier was thinking, is it possible that, listen, how Fourier was what we can say great thinker. He said that if I have a summation of kn sin n omega t, kn sin n omega t, n equal to 1 to infinity, can I, this must be a square wave. So Fourier asked a question to himself. Is it possible for me? Can I get these values? Now, it's not so easy. Now, see, if you read Fourier series, if you have listened to Professor Gadre's lecture, then you might have understood. But that is something which you have understood from outside and not come up from within. Assuming that most of you have not listened it carefully, it's a wrong assumption, bad assumption, but a real assumption. Let us give it a try to develop it from our own, from within. So, how one can proceed? How one can proceed for finding out such square wave? So, what should happen is, and one thing is very clear, that now what we can have, this n omega t for simplicity, not as a rule, but just for simplicity, I take omega equal to 1. I take omega equal to 1. I can take, no problem. So, is it possible that Kn sin nt, if it is Kn sin nt, that omega is 1. What is period? Period t is equal to 1 upon f. Period t is equal to 1 upon f. But what is omega? Omega equal to 2 pi f. So f is equal to omega upon 2 pi. F is equal to omega upon 2 pi. F is equal to omega upon 2 pi. So t is equal to 1 upon f. So t is equal to, if I put this here, 2 pi upon omega. If this omega is 1, t is equal to 2 pi. So I will have a square wave of the period 2 pi. This is pi, this is pi, this is 2 pi. So I should have multiple sinusoids, means k1 sin t plus k2 sin 2t plus k3 sin 3t plus k4 sin 4t plus k5 sin 5t and infinity. So some formula should, if whether it exists, and if it exists, it is what? Some formula is there, and if there, what? Wherein I can add multiple sinusoids to get a square wave, and not square wave for that matter. Fourier started thinking whether any waveform, whether any periodic waveform given, can it be expressed as summation of multiple sinusoids? Any periodic waveform given, can it be expressed as summation of multiple sinusoids? Is it clear? So, how one should think? Now you have computers, so I don't put a condition that you should think without computers like Fourier. First, try to think about that in that manner. If it is, you are able to find that out, it is the best. But if you are not able to find it out, still it is fine. So try to think how I can find the components. Means square wave. So what is square wave? It sums to plus 1 from 0 to pi. It sums from minus 1. So square wave is 1 from 0 to pi. It is minus 1 from pi to minus pi. So this summation should be 1 for t equal to 0 to pi, and it should minus 1 for t equal to pi to minus pi. Once that is satisfied, it's okay. So how exactly to find Kn is very interesting, and I will give a hint. You try to find it out on your own, and I will elaborate it in the next lecture. You need to integrate. You need to use integration. Integration is the major theme of tallying the actual signal and summation of multiple components. So the input signal or xt, which is square wave, so xt, let a given periodic signal of period t, here which is equal to pi, is equal to summation kn sin n, omega I have taken deliberately 1, sin nt k equal to 1 to infinity. So you can integrate xt, dt from 0 to t, that must be same for 0 to t, k equal to 1 to infinity kn sin nt, and then you can have that, you can multiply it on both sides by something. You can multiply on both sides by something. Sin nt is a hint, and then with this you can find out the components very effectively. In the next lecture we'll elaborate that. I think it is enough for now. Thank you.